Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, one of the hottest and best sports talk shows on the planet. And we need subscribers. Hit that notification bell when you do, please. Appreciate it. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And our live shows are Eastern Time, 7 to 8. You can call in or you can make comments. And please feel free to make intelligent, non-insulting comments down below. Rob, so I think there's a lot going on with Caitlin Clark, and we talked about jealousy before in previous videos, and I just want to reiterate one thing. I think everybody in the league is jealous of Caitlin Clark, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Right. I would be jealous of her. I think it's perfectly natural for a human being to be jealous of somebody that's getting, say, that much publicity. Mm-hmm. And unless you're like a perfect person, like a 75-year-old who's finished their career and altruistic, I think everyone that's watching this video would be jealous of her too. That's just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean you hate her. That doesn't mean you do anything about the jealousy. It just means you're naturally jealous of her, which is okay, which is great. Mm-hmm. Fine. No problem with that. But why so much jealousy? And then why hate after that? So first I want to talk about the jealousy. So the video, if you saw the headline in the video, you saw the perfect storm of jealousy. Why? Because there's so many different types of jealousy and different reasons to be jealous of her. And I don't think this has ever happened in the history of sports, which is why there's more drama with Caitlin Clark than any athlete in the history of sports, other than the OJ trial. But that had to do with murder.
Right. Exactly.
So here are the types of jealousy that I see. All right. So first, she set the scoring record. In addition to breaking Pistol Pete records, she broke the men's and the women's. So people are, some men were upset that she broke Pistol Pete's record, and Pistol Pete did it in 3 years and didn't have a three-point shot. But that was a type of jealousy about her. They didn't like the fact that a woman broke that.
Right.
And the insane amount of publicity, which is obvious. I don't need to get into that. Nobody deserves the amount of publicity she gets, but still. And also all the attendance records that she sets, and all the TV viewership records that she set. All the commercial endorsements, including the shoe deals. So she got commercials in addition to that, and sponsors. Right. She's white in a black-dominated league. She's straight in what we think is a lesbian-dominated league. We don't know the exact percentage. Some of her fans are calling her the GOAT already and thinking she was going to come in and dominate the league right away, which we weren't saying. I think she's a GOAT in college. At least her last 2 years she was. But I never said she was going to dominate right away. I said it was going to take her 3 years before I thought she would really dominate. And so, but some of her super fans, what Rob likes to call Clarksies, were saying that. And why people took that literally when those are people who are like, some of those people were new to basketball. They were just Clark fans, or some were young.
And I don't think she even believed that. So
yeah, and so it wasn't even fair as a serious assumption or conclusion. Anyways, and then as she got in the league, immediately the ticket prices went up, at least for the Indiana games, and they suddenly got all these TV contracts, and suddenly they didn't have to fly Spirit anymore, and they got charter flights. And of course, Caitlin Clark was given credit for that, deservedly so, but they didn't have to thank her for it, but deservedly so, because it's additional revenue that she generated enabled them to do that. And so they were jealous of her for that. So that's 8 reasons to be jealous of somebody. And I call it the perfect storm of jealousy, because that's just so many reasons and so many significant reasons. Rob, you want to comment?
Just women in general are just the players and former players are just jealous of her just because she has that notoriety or she's getting publicity right there. That's the main one. I think that's the main jealousy right there.
I agree that the publicity is the main one, and I would say number 2 would be the money she has earned.
Which is strange. I mean, you say the money that she's generating, which is kind of simple, or it doesn't make sense for them to be like that, because she's going to make them money. So that's such a weird analogy for them to even like try to say, oh, she's getting more money, and she's generating more ticket prices and revenue. Why would you want to be jealous of that when it's helping you? When you got a sold out arena for Chicago, when you got a sold out arena for Seattle, You never had one before.
I
So
think they were more jealous of the fact that she was getting credit for growing, for suddenly making the league more popular. When they're saying for 27 years we've been slowly growing it, which is really not true. I mean,
well, that's what they're perceiving. I mean, she's not saying it, and no one else is really saying it. That's what they're perceiving, that it's good, that's the reason why it's because of her. She never said it, and nobody else ever said it. It's just in their mind, they're projecting their feelings, what they feel. They project a lot of projection out there, and the feelings of why they're jealous about that. So
the interesting thing is that she didn't do any of this to cause the jealousy. She just played ball in a unique way, and it caused people to really like watching her play, and that's what caused most of this.
and that she's white, and though that's up there too with the top three there. And because she's white in a black player's game, the black players, former black players feel that she should not be the marquee person there. Who does she think she is, coming into our game and taking all this publicity away from the other black women athletes? Which is, like I said, she didn't like. It's not like she just came in and said, "Hey, I'm Caitlin Clark. This is my league." She didn't say anything like that.
She didn't say anything, because Brianna Stewart came in and played right away, and she's white. But they didn't resent her because she didn't get much publicity, because she's not an exciting player. So that's the difference between the two. She wasn't getting all these endorsements right away. She didn't get a shoe deal until, I don't know, until 2 or 3 years ago, and she's been in the league for 8 years. So she didn't get the shoe deal right away either, and she didn't get any commercials. So that's what the difference is, I think. And she's the only one that set the scoring record to that. That broke Pistol Pete's record, but other people had set scoring records before.
Right, and then they're going with, who is this rookie? It's like, who does she think she is? She's not thinking anything. She's just like, I'm a basketball player. That's who I think I am. I don't think I'm better than you, or her personality definitely is better than the ones who are criticizing her or jealous of her. Her personality and demeanor is way better than yours. That's for sure.
Right. And we don't know all the percentages for the lesbian and straight thing in the league, but we know that Candace Wiggins said it was 98% lesbian. And we know that I've read that 33% in the league have come out as being lesbian or part of the community, LGBT community.
And she probably doesn't even care about that. That's the whole thing, Mark. She does not care. She doesn't give a crap about that.
Right.
And other ones who are projecting all this jealousy and making up all these things, and she's not that good. And the reason why is, the bottom line, what comes from jealousy actually is hate. And you're hating someone for no reason, who's done nothing to you, hasn't done a damn thing to you, yet you want to hate her for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying everybody hates her, but we're saying some people hate her, and some people.
This is the jealousy coming from. To me, it pisses me off. I mean, I'm going to get fired up about this. That pisses me off, to hate someone for no reason that did nothing to you, and you just automatically hate her. Oh, she's white. She's not a lesbian. She doesn't do this. She broke the record. So what? If we can grow up and deal with life.
They're just not seeing that they're all going to make more money, or they're so wrapped up in the hatred and jealousy, they're not seeing clearly about it. And that's why I call it the perfect storm of jealousy, because they're doing things that are detriment to their own wealth.
To the own well-being of the league and of themselves. Look at Swoops. When Swoops talks about her, she sounds stupid. She sounds very stupid, and that's from a former great player. When you start doing that, you don't have to say all that. And then I'll go with the coach. There's jealousy there with her coach, right there. She wants to talk about keeping the white man down. She wants to keep the white woman down. So
coach sides.
Yeah, keep the white woman down.
And so all this takes place, and meanwhile, Caitlin Clark doesn't say anything. She just wants to play ball. They won't let her. And so all this jealousy takes place, and guess what? They don't place her on the Olympic team when they should. Because if it wasn't for all of this, if she was like a normal rookie coming out, I'm talking about normal in the amount of money she makes and the amount of publicity she got, she would be on that team.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's bugging them is the publicity and the money that she's making. And that's why they resent her. And that's why they made sure she wasn't on the team.
Well, that's the perfect storm of jealousy.
Right. And I don't know how much of a factor it was that she's straight or white that kept her off. I think it was a little bit of each. Again, I know that Sabrina Ionescu and Kelsey Plum are both white and straight. Last I checked. And so one's been married and one is married, just got married. So to a man. But yes, that's only 2 people on the team, though. Are like that I know of. And I don't know the whole ratio of lesbian to non-lesbian. I don't even care. But I'm just saying I think that's a small factor. I think the big factors are the fact that she made a ton of money, which you couldn't make back then because they didn't have the NIL deals at the time. And the shoe deal she got was so much bigger than all the other shoe deals combined in the history of the WNBA. There's like 12 shoe deals before, and none of them total match hers.
Right.
So, and the publicity is the most publicity since Michael Jordan. It's actually, in terms of articles and publicity, it's actually more than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was the most popular athlete in the world.
It's worldwide. This is worldwide, not just centered in America. It's worldwide.
Right. So, I don't think they like the fact that she's given credit for growing the league when they felt they did it for the last 27 years. But really, the league was growing very, very small the last 3 years or so, and almost none before that. In the first 3 years, it was more popular than it is now. So they didn't do a very good job of growing the league.
Right, exactly. If they want to bitch and moan about it, where was your promotion those other years before Caitlin Clark was in there? What was happening with that?
So this perfect storm of jealousy, I think, is why all the hatred that's coming in and why she's left off the Olympic team and why they double and triple team her and all things of that nature. And why you're hearing so many like little snide comments and, things like that and the physicality against her. And that's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
I agree with you.
But anyway, we got a live show Eastern time, 7 to 8 on Mondays, except for major holidays. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit that notification bell. And if you want to make some intelligent, non-insulting comments, feel free to do so. Until then, we're gonna like the video. If you like the video, please. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.